bad luck just seems drawn to you. The negative things right in life just seem to fall right in line. Everything you don't want happens to you. It's just your luck. It's kind of how it goes. Okay, that might be an exaggeration, but in this video, I'm going to show you how to actually overcome and flip the entire script so that it's the exact opposite. The things you want just seem to fall in line. Love, abundance, joy, gratitude, all just seems to come together, and everything that you've ever wanted just seems to be right inside of your grasp so that you can move forward into your goals. The reason that I'm talking about this at all is because in my life personally, what I noticed was the more that I realized the world was an exterior view of how I felt on the inside, it was much easier to change how I felt about the world and watch it change on the outside. And kind of give you an example, the world is really just a mirror. It just reflects back to you exactly what you think. If the sun comes out, it's not necessarily good or bad, it's whatever you believe it to be. Some people put a positive connotation to it, and so when the sun comes out, they feel good. Or when the moon comes out, they feel sad. Or when it rains, they feel sad. But really, all it is your interpretation of whatever it is it may be. So, I'm going to really just show you how to take these negative things that are happening to you and flip them so you can start living a positive life full of love, joy, and abundance. This lesson might be a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but it's definitely worth understanding. First, what you focus on expands. And so what that means is, basically, this is us, and here is our outside life, right? Here's the outside world. We'll show it as a mirror. And what you're seeing is things that are happening. It could be a negative emotion. We'll call that a negative emotion. Or we could call it a positive emotion. Or we could call it a car accident. We'll call it AC. Accident. And so, notice, actually I'll add one more thing. And so say you get a positive text message. A positive text. So, these things are all just happening inside of our consciousness. And now we are just aware of these things. And if we decide to focus on this negative emotion, it then expands and engulfs everything else. But we can do the exact same thing with a positive emotion and have that engulf all of the negative. But what tends to happen is we have the habit of focusing on negative emotions and we allow them to expand to the point where they engulf everything else that happens around us. And that negative energy is like a vortex, and it just sucks more negative stuff into it. And the way that we avoid this is just by gradually changing our habits into seeing the world in a more positive light. The world is just a 360-degree view of how you feel about yourself on the inside. And you might be thinking, well, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. I'm pretty sure a bunch of negative stuff has happened to me. And I agree with you. A bunch of negative stuff has happened to you. Let's put it this way. And this one, number 3, compliments. Basically, me and my friends used to throw little jabs at each other as jokes, kind of beat each other up mentally, just so we could like keep each other down and like make jokes and feel good about each other. It's like, oh, like, I got you, you're stupid, or, I mean, they were way more clever than that, but eventually it became habitual for me to think these things about people that were in the public just so I could protect myself. If someone like said something bad to me, I'd have a quick snap back. And what this does is, here's you, right? You've got one mind that is actively thinking negative things about other people at random. Right? So you're thinking all of these negative things at random, and they're all going in that direction. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's okay, fine. I can think negative things about other people. But what happens is these negative thoughts are habitual. This doesn't just happen out of your conscious thinking mind. Your conscious thinking mind only has 5% of the control over your entire action system. And your subconscious mind has 95%. So you're subconsciously attacking people negatively. So what do you think that happens the second you look in the mirror? All this negativity goes right back to you. And you start thinking, oh my god, I hate myself, I look so ugly, I'm so stupid, look at all these bad things that I did, look how terrible I am, oh my god, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that, all of these insecurities, point them out, point them out, point them out. And eventually, you see yourself as a not worthy, not good person. And the world looks pretty much dismal. And what we're going to do is, over the course of 21 days, you're able to change this habit to being something positive. And the biggest one for me was the compliments, where instead of negatively bashing people in public, I would outwardly compliment them. All of them. Just give them positivity. Compliment, 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 either out loud or in my mind. And eventually, once I start looking in the mirror, positive, 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 positive. This one changed my life super, super fast. And so this is why I'm focusing on this one first. These two are other ones that just bring more gratitude and wins to your life. And there's a book by Maxwell Maltz called Psycho-Cybernetics, and it talks about bringing up gratitude in your wins and focusing on those things. And so once you bring more gratitude, you're going to take out a pen and a notebook, and you're going to write out all the things you're gratuitous for throughout the day. So you could say, I have a bed to sleep in. I am so happy for the food because the food keeps me going. And you can get really, really emotionalized about this up until you start crying about gratitude, and it's really, really good. The next thing is wins. People that win continue to win, and writing down your wins on a piece of paper lets you see all the things that you're stacking up on yourself to prove that you are the person that you want to become, that you are worthy, and that you are a good person. And so you can say, like, I don't know, it can be as easy as I woke up today. You might be thinking this is like really super silly. Like, I woke up today, I wake up every single day, but honestly, not everyone does. Let's say you, like, once again, this is back to gratitude. Like, I had food today, I had all of these things. Or you could have created a video. Like, I created a video today. So it's like, win video today. Or if I get a positive comment, someone says that changed their life. It's like, I'm gonna write it sideways. Win. I got a positive comment. And we can really just like brush over these things. And if we don't do them, you start to see the world in a negative way because you're hyper focusing on all the negative things. I remember when I first started posting content, I would get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of positive comments, and then I would hyper focus on the one person that told me I was stupid and not worthy. And I would let my entire day be ruled by that entire terrible one thing that someone said, when I overlooked the hundreds of positive comments people were telling me about how I'm changing their lives and being an inspiration to them. And so, if you don't focus on the wins, you won't be motivated to win. You'll be motivated to lose because your body is being influenced to focus on losses. And your mind's just going to give you more losses because that's what you focus on. And so, really what it takes is 21 days of one of these. Any one of them will change your life drastically. I personally like the compliments one because it was easy and I could do it all the time. I didn't have to whip out a notebook or anything like that. Eventually I moved over to gratitude and wins, which I'm still doing now and practicing. So the compliments one though shifted the world so fast. It changed my paradigm so quickly, the way that I see the world. It just really put the whole world in a positive light really fast, and my emotional setting was just skyrocketed. And I was feeling super down, and the second I just started complimenting people out in public, done. Done, 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 done. I was a positive person. So just take out 21 days. Don't miss a day. Mark on your notebook every day that you do it and just compliment people. 21 days. And that's how you build a new habit, and you automatically just feel happy about life. You're positive. The fact that you're even watching this far means that you've got something that's going to take you to where you need to go. Wherever it is that you need to go, the desire that you have is literally the constitution written inside of you to say that you are able to do whatever it is that you can do. You've got this. I believe in you. From my heart to yours, I love you. Cheers!